about Reiki and how Reiki's changed my life and the life of my clients. But first we'll talk about my family. I'm Laurie Pinzel, certified Reiki master. Like Chris said, I've been married 29 years. I have 4 children and 2 dogs. When I graduated from high school, I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. So I thought working at Toys R Us would be a fun job, and it was. I started off as a seasonal employee, and I worked myself up to be one of the store managers. I love that job. When my daughter was first born, I realized I can't work the retail management life. So I became a stay-at-home mom, and I absolutely love that. My husband worked for U.S. Airways in the Buffalo Airport as an airline mechanic. When U.S. Airways closed from the Buffalo Airport, we needed to make a decision. Do we stay, or do we all move to Pittsburgh? I wasn't a fan of moving because our families are here. So my husband moved to Pittsburgh and he came home on the weekends. While he was in Pittsburgh, he was offered a job opportunity to work overseas for an American airline company. He took that job, although this time it was different. This time he was away from home for 4 months. And during those times when he was away, our appliances would break. I know how to put the belt on the dryer. I know how to put a headlamp on my car. No, I'm not looking for a job. Life was crazy, life was busy. I was raising my 4 kids, running the household. I absolutely loved that job. And I wouldn't have changed that job for anything. Although what I would do differently is I would treat myself like I would treat my kids. My kids were everything. I wanted to give them the childhood like I had. I wanted them outside playing. We didn't have cell phones at that time, luckily. They were outside playing in the woods. They were building forts. They were bringing me frogs. Our house was the type of house where all the neighborhood kids came. So much fun, but also stressful. Now, on a cold winter day, it was windy. The cap to our chimney fell flat down, unknown to us. My husband thought he had the flu, and he went to bed early that night. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep since I had kids, so I didn't go to sleep till much later. On the way when I went to bed, I went into the bathroom and I passed out on the bathroom floor, striking my face on the floor. When I came to, I wasn't quite sure what happened. I thought maybe I tripped on the bathroom rug. We don't have it. I literally crawled to my bed. I tried to go to sleep. I couldn't go to sleep. My face was throbbing. My head was pounding. I could not go to sleep. Luckily. My husband, my son, and I, and our dogs, had carbon monoxide poisoning. We were taken by ambulance to Mount St. Mary's Hospital, and we spent the night in ICU. The following day, my husband and son were sent home. I was sent by ambulance to ECMC. They were concerned about my MRI. It turns out to be that I have 2 potential aneurysms, and I'm currently having a doctor over ECMC monitoring me. So what does carbon monoxide poisoning have to do with Reiki? Well, I couldn't sleep before. Now I really couldn't sleep. I had a concussion. I needed to do something. I needed a change. I needed to be able to sleep. So I tried melatonin. That didn't work. I tried sleepy time tea, because after all, it's sleepy time, right? No. So then I thought I'd try meditation. Now, I didn't know much about meditation, so I just put my own spin on it. And I listened to nice, calming music when I would go to sleep. And sure enough, it worked. I was finally able to sleep. 2 weeks into meditating, I felt this abundance of energy in my hands. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is cool. Like, what is this? So I researched, and I stumbled upon Reiki. It's like, oh my gosh, this is cool. I was really excited. That solved my problem. But then I started thinking, why doesn't everybody know about Reiki? Here we have a non-invasive way. It brought me rest and relaxation. Why isn't it a common word? So that's my passion. I want to educate. I want to give people an option. There is an option out there for rest and relaxation. The world we live in today, we are so multitasking. We are being pulled in all different directions. We really do need to learn to shut off our minds. So one way for me to describe Reiki to you is if you rub your hands, go ahead, rub your hands together for a couple minutes. Put them really close together. You'll be able to feel the energy. So I'm not using your energy, I'm not using my energy, I'm using the energy in the universe. Energy is in all living things. You remember that from science class. Another way for me to describe Reiki is if you stub your toe. What do? You automatically put your hands at your toe. If you smack your elbow, what do? You automatically put your hand at your elbow. And that's the concept of Reiki. So for my Reiki sessions, my hands stay about an inch above your body, or it's a light touch. You lay on the nice massage table, it's heated in the winter, so it's a little vacation. You stay fully clothed and you're on your back the whole time. The only thing that comes off is your shoes. And I tuck you in with a nice soft fuzzy blanket. So now Susan, she might feel hot, she might feel cold, she might feel tingling. Her belly might growl, and then mine might growl answering her belly. So of course it's a different environment now doing it in here. But normally I have clients who talk to me. They'll ask me questions during Reiki, and that's totally fine. Or I also have the other clients who they take a nap. They end up snoring, and when they snore, to me that's a compliment. I've had some students over at UB call. They're used to it having Reiki in their areas. When they come to UB and they look around, they don't find many people doing Reiki. Reiki is more popular in different cities like Chicago, New York City. And my hope is to have Reiki more common around here. This should definitely be an option for people. Now I can be working up on Susan here, but she might feel me down at her feet. And that's the way Reiki works. Reiki goes where it's needed. If you notice, her hands are shaking a little bit from the Reiki. I also teach Reiki. Anybody can learn Reiki. You would also be certified. And I also sell gift certificates too. And you can go onto my website, or I usually have gift certificates with me. And then I hope you guys learned Reiki about Reiki today, and also about the carbon dioxide poisoning. We did have a carbon dioxide detector in our home. It was malfunctioning and it was unplugged. That one time it was ever unplugged in our house, and that's all it took, that one day. So please make sure you have a carbon dioxide detector in your house. Thank you.